This is the Giants Postcast, your instant game reaction for the San Francisco Giants, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Yo, what's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Locked On Giants Postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel. You may know me as the former producer for the Murph and Mac Morning Show on KMBR, or maybe from some of these other Locked On Postcasts we do. We also do the Locked On 49ers Squad Show, which is super fun with Dwayne Board. Make sure you're checking that out, and Brian Peacock as well. And we also do the Locked On Warriors Postcast. But tonight, the Giants, fresh off a series win over the Brewers, continue to heat up after beating the Cubs tonight at Oracle Park. Wilmer, Flores, and Matt Chapman both launched home runs for the Giants, while Heliot, Ramos, and Rafael both had clutch two-out RBIs, something the Giants have been really bad at all season long, but have been very good at in these last couple of outings. And Justin Verlander did give up a lot of solid contact tonight, but managed to limit damage and picked up his second win of the season. We'll break it all down, but first, I want to thank all of you for watching us on the Locked On Giants YouTube channel. Please, if you aren't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now. Thanks also for listening on the Locked On Giants podcast feed. However you're tuning in, we appreciate it. Make sure to check out the Locked On Giants Daily Show for more in-depth coverage. My guy, Alan Stiles, does a great job. And tonight, I was out at the yard, hence the little bit of a late show start for this one. But it was a time, man, and this was a very fun outing. Like I had a great time at the yard, and that's the first time I can say that in quite a while as far as going to Giants games goes, because it's been a slog lately for this team. But these last couple, this last series in a game, these last four games have been I don't know what team I'm watching, man. All of a sudden, this Giants team is on a heater. I mean, they go out there and they beat the Brewers 2 out of 3, and then they come back home and they beat the Cubs. It's hard to imagine that the team, when you see them play this way, it's hard to imagine that this team is the same team that lost series to the White Sox, that lost a series to the Pirates and the Marlins. It's just frustrating to see the Giants be able to beat these top tier teams and play down to really bad competition throughout the rest of the season. If they beat up on bad teams that they're supposed to beat, they probably are still in the playoff race. They're not at least out of it, to the point that they are right now. So just a kind of a fun time for the Giants as far as winning games, but also a little bit of frustration in the mix as well. So let's get to it tonight. It was a lot of offense for the Giants, a lot of timely hits, something we don't usually see from this team. And the first big swing of the bat came in the bottom of the seventh when Wilmer Flores launched his 14th home run of the season, smacked that thing 102 miles an hour to left field, 380 feet, and that one was gone. First pitch of the at-bat, turned on an inside fastball. And Wilmer, that's his bread and butter, man. That inside inner third of the plate, he's really good at getting his hands inside the baseball, as Will Clark loves to talk about. And I just love watching Wilmer when he's on. When he was good at the beginning of the season, the Giants were very good. So, Wilmer, another home run, another RBI, and he's having, even though he obviously did not maintain the pace he was at early in the season, he's still having a pretty good year compared to what he did last year. I think Wilmer has really given this team a solid, not every day bat contribution that you can go to off the bench in certain situations as well. And he's batting 245 on the year. His OPS is only a 698. So that's anytime an OPS is starting with the 6, you want a little more than that. But for a guy who is the age that he's at with the injuries he's had, I'm pretty satisfied with the season that they've gotten out of Wilmer Flores. It's just pretty much the rest of the roster that you wish you could have got a little bit more out of. But after the Cubs put on a couple runs, one in the fourth and one in the fifth, the Giants come back up in the bottom of the fifth, and Heliot Ramos delivers a key 2-out double to score Luis Matos. And Heliot Ramos would not have had the opportunity to score Luis Matos if Matos didn't hit a double of his own to lead off the inning. And it also bailed out Pat Bailey and Drew Gilbert from being really, really, really bad situational hitters yet again. Bailey and Gilbert both failed to advance Matos in the inning. Ramos smacks one off the left field wall to drive him in. And to me, that was the turning point in today's game.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
And this is a really big deal in my mind because the Giants have been so bad with these 2-out RBI situations, 2 outs with runners in scoring position. The Giants have been one of the worst in all of Major League Baseball. We talked about that on last night's show extensively. And Heliot Ramos, again, I mean, delivers in this situation. And he, again, last night, did this, or 2 nights ago, they were off last night, but Sunday night he did the same thing in Milwaukee. He delivered with a 2-out situation, and a double in this moment set it up even further because it put the go-ahead run in scoring position. And up next comes Rafael Devers, who just flips a little dead bird single out to left field, and just, I mean, barely out of the reach of Dansby Swanson, who gave 100,000,000% effort on that play. Swanson almost came up with it. Would have been a crazy play if he did, but Devers drops in the single into left field to score Heliot Ramos. And now all of a sudden the Giants go from being down 1 to being up 1. And then they get a little bit of insurance in the bottom of the 6th inning. Matt Chapman smacks his 17th home run of the season, 104 miles an hour off the bat, 400 feet to left field. And that one was a no doubter off the bat. I mean, I was sitting up in club on down the right field line, and I could see just off the bat immediately, no doubt about it, Matt Chapman demolished that baseball. A nice letter high, right down the middle type pitch, and it was just right on a tee for Matt Chapman to blast that one out of Oracle Park. So the Giants coasted to a win after that one because this bullpen came in and did a phenomenal job. Joey Lucchesi, the first up, not only did he have a great game today, one in a third innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, didn't allow any base runners. He's also got a nice, fun walk-up song, man. Like he's got that strong Italian last name, you know what I mean? And he also warms up to the Sopranos intro song, which I always think is just like hilarious to watch out there out at the yard. I don't know how he can go out there with a straight face and actually just like lock into that song without just making himself laugh every time. But hey, Joey Lucchesi, something's going right for him. I actually think that he's been a great addition to this bullpen, and he's a guy who I was not very thrilled about when the Giants added him. Thought he was going to just kind of be that guy to go out there and you know, just be a sacrificial lamb in certain situations. He's been a very good contributor, man. Like he has been pretty solid for the Giants, a 3.76 ERA on the season. Joey Lucchesi, he's got some strikeout stuff. That he's a lefty, about 6'5", 228. He is 32, a bit of a journeyman, but I do like what the Giants have got from him. 23 strikeouts in 26 and third innings pitched, a whip of just over 1.18. So he's been pretty good this year. Better than he's been throughout the rest of his major league career so far this season for the Giants. And he's been kind of like a good fireman, you know, out of the bullpen when you never know what situation you're going to get, but he's always ready to go. He gets up quick, and I like him. I like the way he profiles. Buto comes in next, gets a solid 2/3 of an inning. No problems for him, gets a strikeout. And then in comes Ryan Walker. 2 strikeouts, does give up a hit, but for the most part, the bullpen only allows one base runner over the last 3 innings of this one. So very, very, very solid outing from the Giants bullpen, from the Giants offense as well. And Verlander, we'll talk about him on the other side, but he had a pretty solid day as well, even though he was giving up some contact. Gave up a lot of what Dwayne Kuiper loves to call atom balls that are hit right at him. And that was the best kind of ball that you can get as a defender. And it was the best kind of ball that was off the bat for the Cubs tonight, at least from a Giants perspective. So Giants do a good job capitalizing in 2-out situations with runners in scoring position, 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position for the night, 4 left on base. So Giants do a great job tonight with capitalizing, and all due to Heliot Ramos and Rafael Devers with those big base knocks in the 5th inning, which is our turning point for today's game. Don't go anywhere. On the other side, we got to talk about Justin Verlander's day. We also got to give you a player of the game and get into what you're going to be talking about after this one. All that and more coming up next on the Locked On Giants postcast. Today's show is sponsored by 5-Hour Energy. Time to fuel up and turn it on with 5-Hour Energy Transfusion. This grape, ginger, and lime flavored shot brings the iconic taste of a golf course favorite to a non-alcoholic boost. Perfect for sinking birdies or making great memories with friends. It's a hole-in-one for your energy game. Whether you're out on the course or just need a little extra push to power through your day, 5-Hour Energy Transfusion delivers the clubhouse flavor you love without ever leaving the green. I love that they're so portable, man, because there's so many times that I'm out and about in my busy life and I just need some quick caffeine. I don't got time to stop and get a coffee from some, corner store that's going to charge me a bunch of money. I just love that it's so convenient. Just reach into my pocket, grab the 5-hour energy shot, and I'm on my way, caffeinated, ready to go. And also, it works great on the golf course because you can just carry it around with you, and whenever you need it, you got it. And golf is about good times with good people and good flavors. The grape ginger lime flavor of 5-hour energy transfusion gives you the best parts of your clubhouse go-to without leaving the course or chasing down the bev cart. Now you can amp up the fun even more. Just buy, snap, and enter for a chance to win a dream golf trip for two to any golf tournament in the USA. Tee up that trip. Visit 5hewin.com for full rules and entry. No purchase necessary. Excludes the Masters tournament. Ends October 31st, 2025. And today's show is also brought to you by FanDuel. Today, August 26th, is officially FanDuel Futures Day, a brand new holiday for football fans who live for bold predictions and preseason hunches. For just 24 hours, FanDuel is giving you deals on NFL season predictions. So whether you're calling your MVP, eyeing a long shot division winner, or ready to crown your Super Bowl champ before week one even kicks off, this is your moment. And I'm going with Lamar Jackson for my MVP. I've said this before. I'll say it again. So Lamar Jackson is my pick. Visit the FanDuel app today and start planning your futures bets now because Futures Day is one day and one day only. FanDuel, play your game. Welcome back to the Locked On Giants postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel, and tonight the Giants do a good job beating up on the Cubbies, win 5-2, and the Giants, 3 of their last 4, they've won against teams that are going to the playoffs and probably going to win some games in the postseason. So what the hell is going on with this team? And how did they all of a sudden turn this corner? It seems like in these last couple days, in this last week or so, this team seems to be playing a lot better. And we'll get into that a little bit later on in this segment. But first, I want to talk about Justin Verlander because he had a pretty good day. And Verlander, I've ripped him a lot this year. I've said multiple times that the Giants should skip him in a few starts, give some young arms opportunities. And Verlander, credit to him, he has battled relentlessly this season to salvage something. I mean, this guy was, dead in the water for a while this season and looked really, really, really bad. It was bad luck in the beginning, and then it turned from bad luck to just bad luck combined with bad pitching. And now, he got a little bit of good luck today. Had to break back the other way eventually. And today, Verlander got some good luck. He gave up a lot of line drives. I don't have an exact number because I wasn't sitting here taking my usual notes that I do when I watch the game from home because I was out at the yard, hence also why my voice is starting to go a little bit right now on the show. But when I'm out there, I'm not taking as meticulous of notes. So I don't have the exact number of hard hit line drives that he gave up today, but I can tell you from just watching the game, a lot of the outs that were caught in the outfield were hard hit line drive balls. They were just hit right to outfielders. And that was a large benefit to the Giants, of course. But even just looking at his average exit velo, 91.2 miles an hour, the changeup, 97.3, the fastball, which he threw more than anything else, 98.0. So, and the curveball got hit hard too, 94.1. So, he had a lot of pitches that were getting hit, relatively hard out into the field, but the Giants just making plays on the ball. And you saw Gilbert in center field make a mental error. He did the Heliot Ramos run in on the ball and then have to turn around and run straight backwards. But hey, he got there. He made the play. You saw the zoom in on his face afterwards and the deep exhale. There was a lot of moments like that in today's game, I felt like, for the Giants defensively, but they were able to make all the plays that were in front of them that they needed to make. A clean game, no errors. You even had like the nice highlight play from Casey Schmidt earlier in this one. He booking it down the foul line and nice sliding catch over the shoulder in foul territory. A great play by Casey Schmidt. A little bit of a snow cone on the play as well. So I love seeing the defense from Casey over there at second base. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Casey Schmidt, my favorite young Giant that we've seen up with the big league club so far. I think he profiles the best to hold down a position of these players next season. But there is another guy out there in the mix, and it's Luis Matos. And Luis Matos, again, comes up with another clutch big hit, sets out a leadoff double that set up the big inning in the bottom of the fifth for the Giants. That was really the difference in this one. So what I think you're going to be talking about after this one is maybe a little bit of both, a little bit of the Justin Verlander thing, like he's mattling and showing something, but also Casey Schmidt and Luis Matos, both showing you something for next year. Two young guys who I think are going to be competing for starting spots next year with the Giants. I think you're going to be talking about what they did tonight.
This is what you'll be talking about.
And for Casey Schmidt, it's not what he did with the bat tonight. I mean, absolutely nothing impressive with the bat from Casey tonight. He was 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts, but Luis Matos, he the one for 3, but the one was big, right? The double that he hit in the 5th inning. He also is coming off of a great series against the Brewers, where he had 3 consecutive games with 2+ hits and a lot of extra base hits in that series as well. Great road trip for Matos. He's on a tear right now, man. When he gets everyday playing time, he looks really good out there, and I want to see more for Luis Matos. I think Casey Schmidt also, even though he had a down day at the dish, you saw what he did defensively, made a couple nice stops there at second base as well, other than that sliding catch that he made in foul territory. He's showing you he doesn't have to have a good day at the dish to contribute at second base. And let's be honest, second base, at least offensively, is pretty thin throughout all of Major League Baseball right now. There's not very many second basemen that hit particularly well. As of right now, Casey Schmidt might be in the top half of all second basemen in Major League as far as the bat goes, which is kind of crazy to think about. But I mean, if you're thinking about bringing in another second baseman, I challenge you to find someone who's going to be available that hits better than Casey Schmidt. You're going to be tough. It's going to be tough to find someone. So I think Casey's done a lot to earn himself that job next year. And Luis Matos is trying every day, man. Like, he's going through a nice little stretch right now. And if he can extend this throughout the rest of the season, you still probably want to bring in another right fielder in the offseason to compete for that starting job. But I think Luis Matos deserves an extended look. Like, he's showing you yet again, like he did when Jung-Hoo Lee went out last season. If you give him consistent playing time, he will hit well. He will reward you. I very much enjoy watching him play. He gives 100% effort, runs out every single ground ball. I like the kid. He wants to be a major league player, and you can tell it's based on the way he plays. He's a fun guy to watch. He's got a lot of energy out there, and he's been delivering for the Giants lately. So shout out Luis Matos, but none of these guys are worthy of today's Locked On Player of the Game. We got to give out a player of the game before the show is over, and it's going to go to Heliot Ramos. Today's Locked On Player of the Game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
And I really like the way that Matos has been, man, I keep mixing these guys up today, Matos and Ramos, man. But Ramos, I really love the way he's been playing lately. Another double for him today. He was 3 for 3 tonight. He also had a walk. He had the biggest swing of the bat in today's game, in my opinion, was that 2-out double in the bottom of the 5th. It drove in the tying run, put the scoring run, or put the go-ahead run in scoring position. The best swing of the bat of the game, bounced the ball off the left field wall. Heliot Ramos has been very, very, very good for the Giants for the most part this season. He's had some up and down moments, but when he's on, he's on, man. And it seems like he's going on a little bit of a heater right now, and the Giants could use that. The Giants could really use that, man. So Heliot Ramos, today's player of the game, 3 for 3 with the biggest hit in the biggest situation for the Giants tonight. And overall, just a fun night out at the yard. We saw a couple forever Giants tonight. Drew Pomeranz coming out of the pen for the Cubs, and got to watch the game with Paulie Mack, frequent flyer Paulie Mack on the Locked On Giants postcast, and we got to see the game with him and a couple of listeners from his show, which gave me the idea, thinking maybe we should do a Locked On Giants meetup, man, like at a Giants game or something one of these days. That would be pretty fun. It seemed to be a success with the Paulie Mack crew, so maybe we should bring it here to the Locked On Giants crew as well, and that would be a fun time. Get everyone out there, network, meet everybody, and just say what's up to all you everydayers. So maybe we'll get that going in the pipeline. And before we get on out of here, I want to just acknowledge Bob in the chat. Did you see the 2026 schedule? Yes, Bob, I absolutely did. Giants, Yankees. Great. Two great franchises, very, very, very storied franchises, starting off the 2026 season at Oracle Park. They play the day before everybody else plays on opening day, and they have the off day afterwards. So they will get the season going for all of Major League Baseball next year in 2026. That will be a very, very, very fun series. Tickets are already on sale. So I was checking them out earlier today. Make sure you go to sfgiants.com and check them out. If you're trying to get out to the yard, they will go quickly. So, I mean, it's the Yankees in the Giants on opening day. It doesn't get better than that, man. As a Giants fan, not really. So I'm hyped for that. Hopefully the Giants will be a lot more competitive next year than they've been this year. So Giants, good little stretch for them right now, though. They're 64-68 on the season, still 4 below 500. I know that there's someone out there who's going to say they still mathematically have a shot at the playoffs, but I'm going to need you to put the calculator down and use your eyeballs and tell me that look me in the eyes and tell me this is a playoff team. It is absolutely not. They've been good against the Cubs and the Brewers recently. Overall, you can't lose series to the Marlins and the White Sox and expect to make the postseason. It doesn't work that way. So the Giants, good little stretch though. We can end on a positive note. 5-2 win over the Cubs, and the Giants on a little bit of a heater right now. Winners of 3 of the last 4, and Verlander gets his 2nd win of the season. It's all the time that we got for you guys today, and I'm your host Eric Triple E Engel. We'll see you next time. Peace.